Changes are coming to the country's employment insurance system.
Unemployment insurance in this country will soon be harder to collect than ever before.
Big changes to employment insurance are about to take effect this month, and many people in New Brunswick are not happy about them.
Diane Finley is Minister of Human Resources and Skills Development for the federal government. On May 24, 2012, she announced changes to the employment insurance program. The changes, titled Connecting Canadians with Available Jobs, was designed as an attack on seasonal workers. Employment insurance is there for workers who lose their jobs at no fault of their own. The program is not just a springboard to propel workers back into the economy at lower-level positions. It's an insurance that we pay into as a community. And here in the Maritimes, we depend on Canada as a community because of the big population we have doing seasonal work.
But the legislation as it stands really doesn't have any teeth, and so we've got to toughen it up so people know what's expected of them.
What we want to do is make sure that the McDonald's of the world aren't having to bring in temporary foreign workers to do jobs that Canadians who are on EI have the skills to do.
Would you like fries with that? 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 Hey, would you like flies with that? Oh, damn it! Damn it!
Well, first of all, we know what the real agenda is. Conservatives have been upfront about it. You'll remember that Gerald Keddy said that unemployed Canadians were no good, lazy bastards. The minister has said that her objective was not to make employment insurance lucrative. That was her quote in the House of Commons. Clearly, this has nothing to do with improving the employment insurance system, a system, by the way, which workers pay for, workers and employers. This is all about punitive measures to hurt those and further victimize those that have lost their jobs through no fault of their own.
Is this some kind of Canadian joke, sir?
There's a growing wave of discontent over some of the changes the government made to employment insurance programs this summer. The new rules kicked in last month, but some of the seasonal workers who rely on government help say they're already feeling the pinch.
Canada was gradually built on a number of social security policies that took the social economy into consideration instead of just blaming individuals for their economic circumstances. It's already clear that we believe workers are entitled to a certain standard of quality in life. Anyone who has had 3 or more EI claims in the last 5 years that totaled more than 60 weeks will be put on notice. They have 6 weeks to find a similar job at 80% of their previous hourly wage. After that, they will be forced to take any job they are qualified for at 70% of their previous hourly wage. MPs and cabinet ministers like Diane Finley make a fair wage and get a reasonable amount of vacation. That's not even including when Parliament is pro-rogue like it was last October.
So you see, ordinary Canadian, that's why I had to prorogue Parliament.
Oh, I really like those with sour cream.
Prorogue, not pierogi.
If it's unreasonable to ask MPs and cabinet ministers to work at McDonald's during their off-season, then the same should be said for seasonal workers.
$400 per month that I'm not getting, but I'm still doing that work.
It's not for the regions, Mr. Speaker, because the Atlantic premiers met yesterday, and not surprisingly, the Conservative attacks on EI were at the top of their agenda. These premiers understand how critical employment insurance is to the economy. They know Conservative EI restrictions will hurt these industries and force workers out of their communities. Mr. Speaker, lobster doesn't grow in a tank in the seafood section. The next time the Conservatives sit down to their lobster dinner, will they take even a moment to think about the workers, the employees, the employers, and the communities that they're targeting?
This is Maritime Noon. Time to talk. A woman from Lower Montague, Prince Edward Island, is protesting outside the local EI office for a second day after her employment insurance was cut off under new federal rules. Marlene Giersdorf quit her job as a caregiver in a community care facility in October because of stress. Her employment insurance claim was approved. But on Wednesday, 2 days after new EI rules kicked in, she got a call from the EI office. On Thursday, she was told she was cut off because she wasn't willing to travel to Charlottetown, 45 minutes away, to find work. Marlene has no car. There is no public transit or shuttle. And she's a single mother and the only caregiver for her 9-year-old boy. Well, today, Marlene continued to protest outside the EI office in Montague.
Canadian workers and employers will continue to pay into the employment insurance program. This government, like the one before it, are looking to turn that money into a slush fund where surpluses can be used to balance budgets and pay down debt. We need to scrap the changes to EI because the federal government is not putting any money into the program. They have not consulted the stakeholders, and they have not consulted Canadian workers and communities. There will be a town hall meeting on Wednesday, February 20th from 7 to 9 at the Fredericton Inn to discuss community solutions and actions we can take against the federal government's recent changes to the employment insurance program.